Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, February 12th, 2025. I literally almost said 24. We are in for a quick shot today because I have the opportunity to head down to City Hall and moderate one of the panels for the Black Employees Network. So I got to get out of here shortly, but it is Wednesday. Not a real strong agenda. I'm going to check in and see who's in the Java Cafe. Dion Harrison, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room over on Instagram. And let's go see a couple of folks that's in over on Facebook as well. Naraki, good morning. Good to see you in the room. Beautiful. Mama Java, as always, good morning. Good to see you in the room. You folks that are here, do me a favor, hit that share button and that like button as well. I was told the other night that I need to say that every time I'm on screen. So I'm doing better at that. So hit that share button, invite others to be a part of the Java Cafe. A few things. Well, one thing I want to mention, I got a link today and, there's a lot of chatter about the election and things like that. But I would just say, make sure you check both candidates' approach to housing. There was an article that dropped today and it was very interesting. And so I'll share more about that later, but I literally just got the information and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So it's important that we pay attention to all politics. I haven't done an update lately about what's going on in Washington, but as I said the other day, about J.D. Vance and the branches of government, executive and judicial and legislative. Oh, the judges are doing their thing and blocking a lot of the foolishness that's going on. Dina, good morning. Good to see you in the room. So we got to pay attention to everything. All politics are local, federal, state, some county, municipal, and in some cases regional. So we got to pay attention to everything that's going on. I want to thank those of you that jumped in last night. We had an opportunity to speak to our friends over at ABCD Health Services. It was a conversation, and I need, if my mother has not found out yet about the gray sweatpants, somebody please inbox her and tell her, because I'm not going to be the one that tells her. So anyway, Nisi, good morning. Good to see you in the room this morning. But speaking of cuffing season, let's just share with you all what we shared last night with our audience. We dropped a, new commercial. We dropped it on social media, but haven't played it in the morning as of yet. So here it is. Remember to cuff safely. All right. Well, come on now. Where did it go? Okay. You can get 24/7 information at the kiosk sponsored by ABCD Health Services at the following addresses: 110 Claiborne Street in Dorchester,
or 565 Warren Street in Roxbury,
or 714 Parker Street in Roxbury.
Make sure 24/7 you can get the information to make sure that you cuff safely. We did a whole commercial.
Perfect. That was fabulous.
Really important for everyone to know. All kinds of free stuff in there. It's open 24/7. They're all lit, so even if it's nighttime, it's safe. So definitely check it out.
So make sure you remember you can get the information right here at this link, JWJ, all lowercase, .info/cuff safely. A great conversation. You might want to go check it out because a lot of stuff came up. And we talked about having that conversation. And I actually got a text this morning from folks over at ABCD. And they talked about, they think it's going to generate a lot of conversation, and especially with, what Friday is. And I asked the health experts, because there's this thought, if you don't celebrate on the 14th, there's a reason that, they might be celebrating with someone else. And I asked the health experts, I said, if you think that's the case, are you potentially at higher risk? If you don't use protection or whatever, you got multiple partners and your, plans are on the 13th, on the 15th. So I'm just going to leave that there. So make sure you check out last night's episode. Dina got a paragraph in here. Let me sit up. Oh, didn't do too bad. For the next 4 years, he is going to do whatever he wants to do. People will file all kinds of suits to stop him, but he will do whatever he wants. It's not new to us. We just have to do the best we can over the next 4 years to make sure people are registered to vote and get out there and vote. And Dina, 4 years, yes. Next year is the congressional election, and we have an opportunity to get the numbers changed over to a Democratic favor. So definitely have to keep that in mind. Michelle D. Smith, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Sister Debbie, I'm not sure if I said good morning to you. Nicole, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. One thing I did not spend a lot of time on yesterday, I just saw Nicole and made me think of a post. Black Dollar, what's up? Good to see y'all. ONS Roxbury, good to see y'all. I'm actually going to see y'all soon. But the commentary on the breakdown, and I actually watched Kendrick's performance last night from, if you're familiar with POV, point of view, somebody was way up in the rafters and you got to see like the whole setup that had the whole game component to it. So this is the picture here. And yes, I'm going old school and I'm showing y'all on the phone. But that is basically, all right, we're doing all right here. Hold on. That is basically the view there. There was another picture, and I watched them construct this. And I'm going to hold this up and ask you all to give me your thoughts on this scene here. Look at it. What do you notice about this picture? Just it was one of the little game console things, but when they constructed it, what do you think about this picture? I got some thoughts. I'm going to share them in a couple of seconds. Black Dollar, Ripple Cafe, Cuffin Time. That's all I would say Duncan, but happy Black History Month. Ripple Cafe. Oh, I got it now. Cuffin. You already cuffed over there in Black Dollar, US. So anyway, the Trey, the real estate. Okay. Oh God. Trey, the realest ever, I think. Okay, I got it. Good to see you over on Instagram. Sharon Cornelius. Good morning. Good to see you in the room. Michelle D. Smith says we need to definitely get out to vote for every election, city, state, federal, over the next 4 years, all the time. I encourage us to be super voters, because a super voter means that you're voting in every election. And as I said yesterday, Boston we vote every year. There is no year that we don't vote in the city of Boston. Municipal, congressional, and then you overlap with federal, and so every election. But I'm asking, and Black Dollar, I'm curious about your thoughts. What does this picture say to you? I'm just curious. I'm going to share my thoughts in a couple of seconds. And Michelle D. Smith says, Kendrick Lamar, rafter image. There are two individuals in red surrounded by everyone else dressed in white. Symbolism. What symbolism do you see there in the red and white? And Black Dollar's over there saying free cuffing for all. It is free cuffing for all. Don't forget, you can get your free and confidential information here at jwj.info/cuff safely. So Michelle, what symbolism do you see? Dina says, it shows me that less white stands out, but the blue and the red minorities have the majority people. Dina, I didn't even notice the blue like that. Okay. So Dina, thank you for your perspective. Let me get a couple more before I say, Nisi, keep us in a box. The red that Dina said and Nisi's keep us in the box. Y'all remember hot beans and cold butter? Y'all are getting warm. Let me see what they're saying over here. I don't know honestly. I'm curious to hearing handmaids. The red and white. Black Dollar said that. All right. One more comment on here, and I'm going to tell you what I think, and then we're going to get ready. Got a few more minutes, and we're going to wrap up so I can be on time. Again, this is what we're talking about. What symbolism do you see there? So far, we heard about Michelle D. Smith said regarding the Kendrick Lamar after image. There are 2 individuals. Actually, it's more. There are probably about 10 to 12 individuals in that red X. That's a hint. Michelle D. Smith. This is the last one, and I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking. ABCD Boston. Good to see y'all in the room. We just talked about our cuffing season episode last night. So shout out to ABC D Boston and the health services folks over there. Michelle D. Smith says again, maybe the symbolism is representative of marginalized individuals. The blue is on the outside. BIPOC folks. The majority is white race. Warmer, hot. Okay. I said after the next comment. When I saw this, the red, Republican Party. The red X, what is currently going on to keep us out? Dina, thank you for the blue. I didn't see that, but it was implied in us keeping us out. I didn't even really notice the blue, to be honest. I thought it was lights. And then inside the X are 10 to 12 individuals in white. That's what I saw. A representation of the red Republican Party protecting the white. And if you look at these executive orders and things that are going on, so shout out to Kendrick. There is so much. I have yet to watch it again in its fullness. I did a little bit yesterday, but I mean full and just like sit and watch, no phone, and just look. I can almost guarantee you that every time you watch it, you're going to see something new. My brother's keeper, shout out to them over on Instagram as well. Speaking of my brother's keeper, we had Mario with us a couple of weeks ago, and he mentioned, and also Milton mentioned, that there was a story coming out in the Globe. And the first couple of stories, actually, I think I got 3 links today from brother Milton. And hold on, let me find it. I want to make sure that I share them with you all today. Now, if you don't have a membership, you might not be able to read the whole story. But I want to share these links with you all. It's going to take you to the Boston Globe app. So if you don't have it, maybe I'll just share them on the page later. And you can try to get them. And, Sharon, I can switch that X up real quick with the red and the white and the, anyway, Sharon, don't start. So this app, this link I just noticed, it is going to take you to the Boston Globe app if you don't have it. Actually, let me just see what happens if I click it. It's going to take me to the app on my phone. And then how can they do let you share. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. I was getting ready to say they're going to let you pass the, you got to subscribe for the, so I can't get past the wall in this link. And I have to open the app and find that, but go to the Globe, search Cape Verdean Boston. The name of the story is, the first story is, a Boston gang feud exploded into an epidemic of violence until some of those responsible found a way to stop it. Brother Mario is one of them. Others with him at my brother's keeper, Milton, some other folks. And we actually someone else reached out to talk about, I don't know the whole story, but they have a role in now trying to move toward peace. And so shout out to all the brothers that are being positive and that are contributing to their community, building other brothers. Shout out to all of them that are doing that. Milagro, good morning. Good to see you in the room. As I said, today was going to be a quick shot because we are headed down to City Hall for their Black History Month event. It was, I remember asking the mayor, it was kind of snarky. I said, are we still going to celebrate Black History Month in Boston? And she was like, and answered. So it's great to see that happening. All the municipalities, all the states, and everyone that is committed to DEI, and some of them in being wise. Some languages may change because the nature of the times, and people have to be strategic in how they still do the work they do. And so we want to support those businesses that are committed to DEI. Now I'm thinking of some of the other symbolism I saw in Kendrick Lamar's video. So I'm not going to get too deep in that. Again, quick shot today. Thank you all for checking in. UC, y'all get a half an hour today. You got an hour and a half last night, so it kind of balances out. We will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Please come and check in with us for Thankful Thursday. We're going to be very intentional about gratitude tomorrow. Checking on folks that got plans tomorrow night instead of Friday night. I don't know why. Well, I'm going to tell y'all why. Okay. And I give it space. 1 year when I was in, I call it entanglement now, in a relationship, work schedules didn't permit us to go out on Valentine's Day. And so I posted a picture, I think on the 15th. And my boy hit me and was like, yo, you a side piece? So that is just always the funny thing with me about the 13th and the 15th. But in some cases, it's not because of a work schedule and y'all didn't work it out. In some cases, folks are celebrating on the 13th and the 15th because they celebrate with someone else on the 14th. So anywho, I'm going to get off of here. Thank you all for being with us today. Tashad, don't come in here laughing and get me in trouble. But thank everyone for coming in today. Opal, good to see you in the room. Couple of dates before we go, and I promise that's it. The 23rd of February. Black Java, no sugar. Black Java sign over there. No sugar, no cream. After dark. He's been in a few times, but Brother Darnell Singleton is going to come in and chat with us about a lot from a black man's perspective. I call Brother D a woke, right-ish Republican. Woke, right-ish Republican. But definitely someone who has worked in community, been in community in various ways, no matter which way you work in community, as long as you are trying to help and have impact. And he's done it in a lot of different ways. And so he's going to come, and he has a lot of different perspectives. I have said his name on the phone like this, Darnell, a few times. And so it's been a long time coming. That's the only date that I have in mind for this month. I have to figure out with Dart and Sheena. The past couple of years, we've had the Black History Month conversation with Dart and Sheena, the state of our blackness. And so I'm a little behind in getting them scheduled. We'll get you a date about that. And don't forget, March 22nd, 5 years. Impact. 5 years of going live the first year every day, holding virtual space while we couldn't gather together, holding space, finding out in real time of people's transitions. We went from laughing, crying, and praying and giving out information all within a 5-minute period on many of them shows. And so we have to acknowledge 5 years. It's not a huge thing, but it's something that should be celebrated. It's a blessing. We are blessed to be able to come together. We formed a family. There is a whole community here. And I said one day to someone, I said, well, there was only 13 people on the live that day. And he said, if you're sitting in the room and doing something and you got 13 people there with you. So it's in some respect, some of our partners, they want to know the numbers. But the numbers that are most important to me is the impact, the inboxes, the keep going from many people. You never know who's watching and who you're inspiring for them to even do better. So Thank you all for being with us today. We're going to get ready to wrap up the The exotic healer popped on over our Instagram. Does that mean you do your healing exotically? Can you tell us just a little bit in a couple of sentences before we go? Because now I'm curious. Let me go look at my phone and see, because it doesn't show on the computer. Let me go see on Instagram who the exotic healer is. That's a catchy handle. Hold on. The exotic healer. Okay. Peace and love and all right. Interesting. Good to see you in the Java Cafe. Thanks for joining us this morning. Dina, before we go. There go the paragraph. You know what? I am so tired of people asking what was Wu done for Black. Dina, I'm going to read your comment at the risk of getting a phone call or a text and saying, anyway. You know what? I'm so tired of people asking what has Wu done for Black people? What has any mayor really done for Black people? What is it that people want done? I mean, like Wu, but I like Wu, but I don't agree with some of her choices on things. And you won't agree with every idea. Dina. I left my coffee over in the kitchen. Dina. It is so apropos that today has to be a quick shot, and I can't really respond to exotic healer. Thank you. You never know who's watching. Dina. How many times? Dina, I think you beat Sharon Cornelius in the whole 5 years of saying her name 3 times a day. Dina. All right, I'm going to get ready to go, everybody. You all have a great day. Tomorrow, we may touch on this, Dina, and Michelle D. Smith said truth. Okay, I'm going to get off of here, and hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And yeah, thank you for being with us today. Peace, everybody.